welcome to another episode of D-Link TV. I'm Sherry, and I'm here today with Dan, and today we're going to be discussing D-Link's latest and greatest pan-tilt-zoom network camera. So Dan, can you tell us what a network camera is?
Sure. A network camera is used for security installations, whether that's for a home or a small business. Everybody's worried about security. If somebody steals something from a small business, you want to make sure that you're getting that on tape so you can then prosecute whoever took something from your store. Or you want to make sure that your home is secure as well, whether you're there or say you're on vacation and you want to be able to check in on your home while you're away. So the network camera connects into the network via an Ethernet cable. So if you have a home network, you probably have a router and it has ports on the back of that router. You can connect it directly into that router. Or if you're, say, a small business, you also might have a router or a switch that can connect into the switch. And the benefits over what's called a closed circuit security installation is that you can access your video feeds remotely. You can do it locally, or if you're, say, at a remote location, you just log in via the internet and can take over the camera remotely. And that's one of the biggest benefits of a network camera over, say, a traditional security camera installation.
Great. So can you discuss some of the specific features of this camera?
So as you mentioned, it is pan-tilt-zoom. It has a very wide radius that you can control remotely, or if you're local, you can do it there as well. So you can cover a very large area. So instead of, say, maybe buying 2 or 3 cameras that you have to install at different parts of the business or the home, it is pan-tilt-zoom, and it's both digital and optical zoom. So there are lenses that actually move, so you have 2.6 optical zoom, but if you need to get in even closer, it has a digital zoom feature, as most digital cameras have. So the pan-tilt-zoom gives you a very wide coverage area. Another key feature that's unique to this camera is its PoE. What that basically means is it has power over Ethernet technology. So if you're wanting to install a camera, most likely you're going to want to install that camera up on the ceiling or somewhere out of reach so that somebody can't grab it and take it down. PoE will basically allow you to run a single cable. So the network cable that we described earlier that would connect it into the router or the switch of the network, you can actually run the power to run this camera over that same cable. So if you want to install this camera up, say, on the ceiling in the corner, there's probably not a power outlet nearby. So you're actually going to run a single cable to power the camera, so it's going to eliminate the need to try to install power up in a remote location. And it's a very sought-after feature for a lot of businesses because you're looking to install a lot of these cameras in locations that might not be near power, so having to run a single network cable that can carry power is a really key feature if you're going to install a bunch of security cameras to keep a location secure from intruders.
Great. So does this support motion detection as well?
Yes, this camera actually has a full set of features that allows you to really configure and set up the right security installation that you're looking for, whether, again, you're a small business or a home user. The motion detector is built into the camera and is actually controlled with the software that we include, the DVU-CAM software. It also allows you to select areas of a screen. So let's say you're pointing this camera out the front door of a business. Say there's a road going by, and that's always going to be detecting motion and triggering the motion. You can actually drag in a window on the screen that will only cover, say, the front door. So if that traffic is going by, it's going to ignore that, and it's only going to look in the window that you've designated for motion detection. And when it triggers that motion, basically you can have it do a few things. You can then have it start recording to a hard drive, or you can actually set it up to send an email alert to say your door has been opened or motion has been detected. You might want to come view this live video. And that video can actually be accessed locally, or again, if you're off site, you can access that video remotely.
That's great. And you were discussing like outside of stores. So what if we did want to hang this outside? Is there some sort of enclosure that this can fit into?
Yeah, so this camera, the DCS5610, is really built for an indoor installation, but we do make what's called the DCS70, which is a full outdoor dome enclosure that this fits up into. And inside of that enclosure is actually both a heater and a blower. So say you're in a location that gets very warm, it'll actually turn the blower on to keep the camera cool, or vice versa. If it gets too cold, it can actually turn on an internal heater to keep the camera at a temperature that's optimal for operation.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, beyond that, with the DVU-CAM software that we talked about, it actually will allow you to control up to 32 cameras. So you can actually have cameras all over the place. Say you have 3 donut shops, let's say, and you have 2 cameras in each shop. You can actually control all 6 of those cameras via that single D-View cam interface. It also has the ability to add external speakers. It has a built-in microphone, so it can actually do two-way audio. So if you want to communicate via the DCS 5610, you can do it that way, where you can actually talk to it via a microphone on a computer, that the audio will come out of the camera with a speaker, or it can pick up audio that can be displayed out of computer speakers that way.
So today we've been discussing D-Link's newest pan-tilt-zoom network camera, the DCS 5610. If you'd like more information on this camera or any of our other products, go to dlink.com, and if you'd like to view more videos, go to www.dlinktv.com. Thanks for tuning in, and come see us again soon.